What's up everyone, Tao here. Welcome to my video. In today's video we are going to have a head-to-head comparison between the iPhone 6s and the Canon EOS M3, which is the camera I'm shooting right now. We will be shooting 1080 and the 30 frames, which is on the Canon, and then 1080 60 frame on this iPhone 6s, and then see who performs better. Before I show you guys the comparison video, I just want to have a quick mention that this is just a very simple test. The test is just simply conducted by me, as by no means scientific. You might have a different test result, but this just in general, this is just a very rough guideline. Have that in mind, let's have a look at the comparison video. For the first test, I set up two devices on the same tripod with the same focal length. As you can see from here, they have different white balance. In fact, in my opinion, the cloud on the Canon is slightly overexposed, but other than that, it's pretty good. Now, in terms of the smoothness, the iPhone definitely have the advantage because of the 60 frames per second. You can see when car passes, it just ever so slightly smoother. For the second test, I use handheld with the pretty fast panning. As you can see, Canon struggle with focus. In terms of the smoothness, the iPhone 60 frames per second again has the huge advantage being smooth out video throughout recording. Alright, hopefully the video sample is good enough for you guys to see the difference clearly. Regarding on the iPhone 6s, there are two features I like the most. First thing, it has a 1080p 60 frames per second video shooting facility on it. 60 frames per second just smooths out video completely. Well, maybe not completely, but it's much better than 30 frames per second. And the second is the focus on this iPhone in the daylight. It will focus on almost anything, and also it's really quick. You can see probably on the video example, the Canon actually did struggle a little bit in terms of focusing. The good thing I like about the Canon, which is the iPhone does not have, first is the sensor size. Now the Canon is APS-C sensor. That means we'll have better definition and we'll have better low light capability, which is the iPhone will definitely suffer in low light situation. And the second is the interchangeable lens facility. There's no way you can change the lens on the iPhone. However, you do have option to add on the lens to make it better. The other huge advantage on the Canon is the manual control while you're shooting the video. In my opinion, it's a little bit unfair to compare both devices. Now, iPhone is still a mobile phone devices, but you know, in terms of what it can do, it's amazing. A phone can do so much. But a proper camera like a Canon M3, because it's proper camera, so in terms of the settings, you have more over those features, especially as I said, the video, the manual of video controls, apertures and ISOs, and the shutter speed, all those things. If you do want more creativity shots, Canon is definitely the way to go. Now, there's one more thing I think it's kind of disadvantage of this particular Canon is the focusing system. In my opinion, it's not the best in the market. To be fair, sometimes the camera does struggle quite a bit to focus on the stuff I want to focus, especially when you do the face recognition tracking. Now, on the other hand, there is one thing I did realize. If you choose the focusing to one-point focusing system, it is performed just ever so slightly better. But you know, if you go, if you stay behind the camera, maybe one-point focusing may be better. If you do put the camera on a tripod, like what I'm doing right now, use face tracking, so that probably won't make that much difference anyway. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. If you have any opinion, any comment, please leave down below. I will try my best to answer it, or we can just discuss the entire topic on the Canon M3 and versus any iPhones. Now, if you like the video, please give a thumbs up and click on subscribe. If you don't like the video, you know what to do. Hopefully see you in the next video.